Welcome, everyone. Good Monday morning to all of you. It's the last Monday of September. And one thing I certainly realize, I don't know about all of you, is there's less daylight to our days. It gets darker earlier. So with all of that said, I don't know about you, but we're having to cram a lot more stuff into the daylight hours so we can get that all done. With all of that said, for all of you who have joined me and my co-host Jason in previous live streams, or you couldn't join us, but you certainly, caught it on demand after the fact, thank you for sharing your time. We certainly appreciate your, your participation with us. So with that, I want to first welcome those of you who are playing some hooky on a Monday, joining us in this live stream, or like I said, catching this on demand as a video afterwards. We are only doing this for you. For you. Yes, I'm calling you out. For you, lovely people. We do this for you. So with all of that said, how can you motivate us to keep us going? Real simple. Like what we're doing. Drop a comment to show us your love. And of course, find a way to follow myself and or Jason on social media. So with that said, let me bring in my co-host Jason into the conversation. By the way, a little whisper to you. A little whisper to you. Jason has some great music taste. He's not going to tell you about it, but I'm going to give you a tip. Look for what's on his t-shirt. All right, you ready, everyone? Let me bring him into the conversation. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hello.
How's it going?
All right, let's see what kind of t-shirt you're wearing today.
Little Doobie Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. Been a busy day. I haven't had time to put on a collared shirt yet. I'm just slammed all morning. So
that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Whether you're wearing a rock band's t-shirt that you attended, whether you're wearing a collared shirt, or Jason, maybe you're gonna surprise me one day. Whether you're suited up in shirt and tie, it's still the real Jason Hinsley.
Yeah. No more shirt and tie. No more.
That's true. Those are.
Yeah, nobody does that anymore.
Yeah, those are kind of the days of the past, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I got to ask you the question. When you were living in San Diego, how many people wore suit, shirt, and tie? Come on, tell me.
That's hilarious that you asked that, because I moved from New York, from the city, Manhattan, to San Diego.
Yeah.
And the only thing I had in my closet were suit and ties. I think I had one pair of jeans and one pair of shorts and one pair of swimming trunks. Everything else was literally suits, tailored suits. And I moved to San Diego, and I went and I did a few job interviews when I first got there. And I wore a suit and tie, and somebody literally stopped me and was like, "Why are you wearing that? Do you work at Macy's?" So I put them away. I put all the suits away, and I haven't looked back. I almost never wear a suit anymore. I have some nice suits, but yeah,
Yeah.
not doing it. There's no point. After
I know.
COVID, nobody wears a suit.
Well, we have to. Let's get real. We have to when we might get invited to a wedding where attire
Oh,
is,
yeah,
right, yeah. But
yeah. Or
then,
you can wear one of those fancy napkin. What is it? A cravat? A cravat? A crevasse?
but then you and I know what happens after we are guests at a wedding event and the fun begins. We take off the tie for sure. Come on.
Yeah, automatic.
Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And our female better looking halves, guess what they do? They take off those high heels. They wear
Mhm.
Crocs, sandals, or they go barefoot.
Oh, not Crocs. Not Crocs. No Crocs in formal wear. No, never.
Crocs are out. Gotcha.
Yeah. Can you imagine a Crocs and tuxes and gowns? Oh,
Yeah. Hey,
not good.
people do what
Not
they
good.
do. You know,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
do what
I
they
mean,
do.
who knows? Who knows?
So, audience
Crazy.
members, welcome to this episode of Serving Veterans Who Served Us. As you heard me mention this to you in the intro, as my music posse was kind of fading into the background, why do Jason and I do this? It is to, in a way, serve you. Serve you, many of you who may be veterans, who have come back home. Now in the corporate world, you've got a different hat that you're wearing, different gear that you're wearing every day, and you're doing something different. So what are some typical professions for veterans? Jason, you want to rattle off two and I'll add to it. Go for it.
Well, I'm going to say an obvious one would be firefighter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's everybody gets trained to put out fires in the military, so that's a good one.
Correct.
And then my own personal bias, I think veterans make great real estate agents. So if you are looking for a new career and you're a veteran, I just got off the phone with one of my agents. She's a veteran and she's doing 7 deals right now.
Wow.
Simultaneously. Like she is absolutely killing it. Yeah, I think just attention to detail, following through on tasks, these things that veterans are typically good at, really plays well for real estate. A lot of successful veteran real estate agents. So
yeah, and you know why? I've been watching way too many series, binging way too many movies about the fearless who fight to protect us from
you just told me about one of these.
Yeah, I told you about it. Right? All right. So here's the thing. Let me tell you why. Those people, fictional and non-fictional, they are great in your business and my business. It's because they have that discipline that they've learned from boot camp through their many years of service, whether it be during peacetime or during war. That's a fact.
Yep.
Fact number 2, they are focused on the mission. And guess what? In real estate, the mission is getting our clients from point A to point B.
Yep. Close the deal.
Yeah. And then as the women, the men, our brothers and sisters who have served, they're all about we leave no one behind. Right? There you go.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I'm going to add 2 more professions to yours. Okay.
All right.
Yours are wonderful because first responders, guess what? Your safety, my safety, our freedoms wouldn't be what we enjoy without those guys. But let me add 2 more professions. One is people in IT, technology. Yep. And then another one would be people who are in professional sales careers, right? Because I don't know about you. Let's speak to our gender. The guys who served, who come back, who are still pretty buff, kind of like you.
What? No.
Well, notice how I said that. I said kind of like you.
Kind of.
Kind of like you. But
I got kids. I got the dad bod in full effect. Full effect dad bod. My wife just got me a shirt that says dad bod on
bad
it.
body.
So
Okay, yeah,
she's trying to motivate me to get to the gym, I guess.
she's dropping some hints. I get it.
Yeah, you think?
Uh, yeah, but no, those guys, they have the presence, right? They have the presence, the demeanor to show up in front of their audience to help them with solutions, sell solutions to help corporate America accomplish what they need to. So those are my two professions. How you like that?
I love it. Can I add one more?
Please do.
Because I forgot. I actually knew this off in my brain somewhere. The number one employer of veterans is the post office, the U.S. Post Office.
True.
Yeah, and that's fact. Yep.
Yeah, and those guys, we can't live without them. Otherwise, what are you going to do with your mail and your bills?
Yeah, and people don't know it, but a lot of the Amazon stuff gets delivered by the post office, not by Amazon.
That's
so,
true. Yeah.
Amazon, they're out there. They do it all.
Yeah, Amazon is pivoting in terms of how to do that last mile logistics stuff. So that is more cost effective. So veterans, we're pointing to you. Yes, we're pointing to you. If you are in any one of these professions, and as Jason hinted, it was not a subtle hint. If you're looking to start a career in real estate, before we end today's live stream, serving veterans who served us, stick around. I'm going to show you an easy way as to how you can reach out to him, connect with him. It's so easy. It's like tap, tap, boom. Jason's in your face. Okay. All right, Jason, let's now shift to the serious stuff.
Okay.
Which is why we do what we do. Talk to us, talk to me, talk to us about what is going on with real estate. I feel this. I feel there's a thawing of the problem of inventory. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's like any time we talk about this, it's very localized, so place to place. But the general term or the general market for all of Chicagoland is that inventory is tight, and nationally there are places where it's not. You can't say that. Just when you look at some of the suburbs in Chicago, for an example, like Glencoe, Elmhurst, Naperville, Western Springs, inventory isn't super tight, and things are still moving. But if you look downtown, condos, it's inventory's tight and stuff is still not moving. Even if they've got some higher HOAs or they're maybe a little outdated, those condos are tending to sit longer. So even with tight inventory, stuff is sitting if it's not being presented correctly on the market. If you go in and the beds aren't made and there's stuff all over the counters, you think it's crazy, but this stuff makes a huge difference. When people walk in the house, they want to see it and imagine themselves in it, not your stuff in it. So it's makes a huge difference.
There are some crazy stories I'm sure you and I can share. We're not going to do it during prime time live stream because, well, it just might offend a few people, but I'm going to drop a hint. Jason, I'm going to share with you many, many years ago when my better looking half and I went to tour a home.
Mm-hmm.
We were greeted by this somewhat lovely woman in a very short bathrobe. And we did a look at each other and said, are we at the right property? We looked at the house number and we realized, no, we're at the right property. Guess what? That property owner just flat out forgot she had a touring appointment. And my guess is her real estate broker probably failed to do one simple thing, which is text her or call her, remind her, you've got a showing appointment. Don't show up in your short bathrobe.
Yeah. Well, at least she didn't hand you guys bathrobes and say, come on in. that would have been awkward.
Well, yeah, that would have been awkward. All right.
Tight inventory, though, you probably would have put that bathrobe on.
That's true.
You would have gone on the tour.
Yeah, you would have gone on a tour because the thing is, I need to see this today so that I can decide to write an offer or not, right?
Yep. Yep.
All right, all right. So, real estate brokers, Jason's peers, and some of you who are scratching your head thinking, hey, Jason, I heard your call out for adding to your team. Follow his lead. Follow his lead as to how you can level up your game, because
Yep.
who knows, maybe where you're at today, you're not getting that necessary attention to level up your game. And also, I think I know this from you, Jason, you're offering a much more comp plan, right?
Yeah, no junk fees. I'm so sick of junk fees. If you're being charged a listing fee or a co-op fee or a transaction fee, any of that BS, a desk fee, get rid of it.
Get rid of it. Yeah.
Come talk to me.
Right. Well,
I hate that stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's be real. Why is that so important for you and me and all of the people who need to think about starting a conversation with you right now? Things are expensive. Oh my gosh, don't you agree?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I'll drop one obvious thing. By the way, I'm not telling on myself, people. Don't think this. It's not like I go and do this bad food all the time, but when I go to when I go to the Golden Arches, oh my gosh, it's gotten expensive.
Yeah. Oof.
Right? So there you go. All right. What's going on with real estate? So there's a slow fall of the inventory. Things are still moving, but as you mentioned, you got to price it right. You got to have a strategy, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuff that is move-in ready, and presents well, and it's in a more desirable neighborhood. Again, location, right? That stuff is moving a bit quicker. So because of that inventory tightness.
Yeah.
But then you have other places where inventory tightness is not having that effect. Like I mentioned, those condos downtown, if you got high HOAs or if it's outdated, even though there's not enough inventory for condos, those will sit longer. Anything though that shows up with a decent HOA and everything's been updated, I mean, it'll fly off the market in a couple days. So
True that.
Yep.
I think at the end of the day, the high HOAs, you know what that tells me? High HOA tells me it's a elevator building, a couple of doormen, by the way, who you're paying the salary for.
Yep.
And let's be real. I mean, I'm not gonna throw shade on the high HOA condos. You probably have a damn great view of Lake Michigan that I don't have.
I mean, I hope so. You better. If you're paying that much in HOA fees, you better. I've seen some condos where you have nothing.
That's true. That's true.
They say the carpet in the hallway is a feature. They're trying to make stuff up. It has exposed brick. That's why the fees are high. No.
Yeah. Well,
no.
But then, Jason, to each their own taste, right? We're here to serve. We're here to help all of you that are watching us, get from your point A to your point B. So let me now pivot our conversation. Jason, I know you had asked me in a previous live stream episode of serving veterans who served us. You had asked me, you said, Bill, the next time we do this, you should talk about some of the requirements of veterans. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great point. And I guess for a long time, I kind of assumed that everyone knows, but I shouldn't assume that. Okay, so let's do this. As part of our conversation today, I threw in the question in our thumbnail: what can disqualify a veteran? So if I may, can I speak to that? All right. What can disqualify a veteran from being able to close and fund with a VA loan? I'm going to drop here right now a real life example. You ready?
Let's do it.
Someone, a veteran, who may have defaulted on a government SBA loan. Boom!
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, people. Think about it with me, veterans. You benefit from the benefits that our federal government extends to you. And if you happen to own and run a business, you tapped an SBA loan to help you grow and expand your business, and you either intentionally or unintentionally defaulted on the SBA loan, you're going to come up in what is called a database. That database, every lender, not just me, many of my peers will have to hit it to make sure you're not in that database. If you are, everything comes to a screeching halt.
And just remind everybody out there, what does SBA stand for?
Small Business Administration. Boom.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
We always use these acronyms and we forget. Maybe somebody out there doesn't know.
True that. Thank you for reminding me. All right. So let's now talk about what could be another thing that would disqualify a veteran from using, closing, and funding with a VA loan. Hate to say this, but it's the truth. A veteran who may have been dishonorably discharged.
Yep.
Right? I'm sure there's a very small segment of those veterans, but I'm just putting that fact out there. How will we, as a lender, know that? Myself, some of my peers? Well, when we start our journey with you, when we start our process with you, we ask from you, unless we request it with your consent, your certificate of eligibility.
Oh.
Bingo. Love it.
Yeah.
Jason, I love when you can fill in the blanks with what I'm talking about, right? And by the way, audience members, that's why Jason is a certified real estate broker to help veterans. And that's why he's also showing up consistently with me here in these episodes, live stream episodes of serving veterans who served us. So these are two very obvious or not so obvious reasons that might disqualify a veteran. Okay? All right. Next one. For those veterans who may be National Guard, Reserve contributors, you have to have served enough time with your service as a National Guards person to qualify benefiting to use, close, and fund with a VA loan. So keep that in mind as well. Okay? All right. Let's now wrap up our conversation with the game, simple game, Jason, of what would you do? So let me storyboard this for you. You ready?
All right, let's do it.
Let's imagine the story. You have a seller, the widow of a veteran who just passed away.
Mm-hmm.
She now has on a property that she wants to sell with a VA loan. How would you help her market that property to the next buyer? Talk to me.
I mean, it depends on what her goals are.
True.
You know, does she want to get out quick? Does she need time to find a new place? Does she need to be under contract before she moves? All kinds of things, right?
True. So let's fill in the blanks. She'll absolutely need time. Well, you know how it is. Tight inventory means you need some time. She'll need some time to look for where she wants to move. And of course, let's add another layer to it. She's working with you and your team. Okay. So
and if she did she refinance with you during COVID?
No.
Did she get that low rate?
She has the low rate. She is handcuffed by the golden rate lock.
Okay. All right. So there's something she can do that's called a mortgage assumption.
Yes.
So, yep, there we go. I knew that's where you were going, because nobody understands these things. Bingo. And nobody talks about them, and they are pretty valuable and pretty helpful. So yeah.
Absolutely. Right on, brother. Right on. And I know.
And we didn't even practice that.
We didn't even practice
that. Folks, this is ad lib. Like we come into this blind, obviously.
This is, by the by the way, I'm going off on a far left tangent or far right tangent. Depends on how you look at it. All right.
Okay.
Because Jimmy Kimmel was taken off the air for a few days.
Yeah.
I whispered to Jason, I said, Jason, brother, we got to practice our game, because if he's going to be gone, we need to position ourselves to ABC and say, we got the next best.
Yeah. We're ready. We're ready. Yeah. Yeah. Or we need somebody to notice and kick us off the air, so when we come back we break records.
Exactly. And by the way, for those of you who don't see it, Jason is Kimmel. Yours truly, I'm the Guillermo. I'm the Guillermo. Okay.
Guillermo's my favorite.
Jason has the beard. See, I
Oh
can't.
yeah.
Jason has the beard. So all right. So right on, brother. You would market that surviving spouse of a veteran with the fact that she's got this golden set of handcuffs that she can share with the next buyer, and that is an assumable loan to another veteran or to a non-veteran. There's some little things you got to meet as far as requirements, but that is absolutely a possibility. So as we wrap up, I hinted to you all earlier, how can you start a conversation with Jason? For those of you who are real estate brokers, who are not happy where you're at, who needs help to level up, and you need a better team. All you need to do, as you're seeing this part of our live stream right now, is simply scan the QR code that you see here. You will then get connected to Jason. He will talk to you about this new home that he's building with the army of REMAX. And he's going to talk to you about his way that you can also make your way to be able to do more, do it with less stress, and along the way, grow and attract more relationships to do more business. So with all of that said, before I go, if by chance you need to start a conversation with me because you might have a storyboard of your seller and buyer that would benefit from my help, all you need to do is look to the left and scan my QR code. I can be right there behind Jason to have that conversation with you, or to save you time, hell, we'll just do a joint call. That's always a possibility. So with that said, Music Posse, play us out. Jason, see you in the next episode. Don't play too much hooky today with our lovely summer day.